Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Let me see. Hope you guys can hear me. Can anybody hear me? Please say. All right, good. Let me just start quickly. Um, so this is Adaptonia, and what we are trying to explore is the idea that people, when they are put under the right influence, everything, they will be able to basically achieve their goals. So our mission right now, even though we're a platform, we just want to help people achieve their goals. Everything is not going to take too much time. I don't want us to take time, and we'll start immediately to help you achieve your personal and professional goals with support. We want to see what can really happen to the human mind if we put people, give them the right support, give them the right resources, and see what they can do. Basically, so that is it. My name is Francis Oti, and I'm the founder of the whole idea, and I have spent at least almost 5 years of my career learning these kind of things in content as well. I'm a content marketer. I do this on the side basically. So let's start with my experience. I'll be channeling more of them into helping people who are under perhaps who need personal development and career because that is where I know that I have tested strategies that have personally worked for me and worked for people that work with me. So then, of course, moving forward, we get some speakers to talk about finance and the rest of it like that as we move on. Right now, let's get started quickly. So this whole resource is supposed to help you. It's supposed to help you um, start the whole goal setting process. We don't want to rush anybody right now. Take your time. It's a new year, of course, and because we're already wired to feel that there's a fresh start with every calendar, it is important you don't overwhelm yourself. Take your time. Gradually, we want to start gently until we don't need calendars to be productive. But till then, let's start small, small, please. So the momentum of this whole project, this whole experience, will be to start you small, small, so that you do not burn out. Because if we are being honest, it's still a very far journey. So now we're going to look at the basics of every plan, which is goal setting. I'm going to share this video when we are done with the whole thing. But most times, what we do is we make wishes instead of setting goals. Because basically, nobody really taught us in school that what we are supposed to do is make a plan. I mean, most of us are new to planning, our structure, our culture. Most of the things our elders in the past knew about planning seasonal were lost with colonization and everything. Before you plant, you look at the sky, you look at everything, you plant based on seasons. But with the whole thing changed now, we do not know so much. Most of us make wishes. If I say I want to be rich, that is not a goal, it's a wish, it's like a prayer. But we need to back it up with a goal. So when you set a goal, you are defining what you really, really want. Don't say I want to land the job. It is even closer. Say I want to land the job by when you set time to a wish, a realistic, that is not called a wish. When you set time to a need, an important need, because wishes might not be realistic. Needs are practical. I want to get a remote job by year 2025 February. That is a goal. The question now is, let us know how practical the goal is. How do you want to achieve that goal? That is now where we now start asking ourselves important questions. You want to buy a car by December 2025. How? Do you have a job? Are you willing to learn a skill? Do you have a business you are doing? The how is what makes your goal more practical and more achievable. Also, your why is very important. Any goal you have set in this whole project, in this experience, please ensure you have a why because let me explain something. It is not going to be so much of a relax and a smooth ride. There will be times where you need motivation. There will be times when you need somebody to just talk to. All those times you need a stronger why. You need a reason because you are the only one who stays in bed. You are the only one who understands what you are going through. Nobody can be in your shoes. You are the only one who knows how much you have in your account. I'm sorry, guys. I have to be accepting people as I'm talking. I'm the only one. We don't work weekends, so I'm basically the only one here. So your why has to be very important, guys. I don't want to sound like a motivational speaker, but you know how much is in your bank account. You know You know how the economy is. You know probably there's not so much of job security. So your why has to be important. And it is okay if you get distracted once in a while. It's human. But you know deep down that after you party, there is something down there that is telling you, guy, I need to hustle. Remember. The next one is you need to adapt. Let me explain one of the most important things about goals I have learned from personal experience. During my job hunting era, I can take one CV and keep pushing it, pushing it, pushing it, pushing the same experience, repeating the same things I said in interviews, expecting the same result. It's not true. It doesn't work like that. Most times, you need to review what is not working. Especially some of you that probably will be applying for jobs and want to work remotely. You will have to start retuning your strategies. Maybe the first interview you had, you didn't feel you were confident enough with what you were saying. You didn't sound very confident. They didn't call you back. It's okay. You can always review. Maybe there's something about your CV. Maybe you didn't emphasize more achievement. Maybe it's just, maybe it's just, see, sometimes human biases makes us feel like we're not enough. HRs, people that are going to be recruiting you guys, sometimes are just humans like you. But the most important thing is keep improving whatever feedback you get. Some of you should even be honest enough to ask for feedback. But it will make you understand when you ask for feedback from job interviews, you will understand that most times there's something they call office politics. Most of these HRs cannot tell you why they are not hiring you. Because to be honest, they're just humans and sometimes they make emotional decisions, sentimental decisions. But my own point is, regardless, when you feel deep down that you can do better, please review your strategy. Take a break if you have to. Nurse the rejection. If you're working out and you feel like you're breaking down because maybe it's a new thing to you, that's why I want us to start small, small. Please take your time, catch your breath, start small. If you need to take maybe like 2 days break, it's okay. But the most important thing is that we are moving. Let's not spend too much time stagnating. The next one here is progress over perfection. Is something I have learned. When we were taught in school, we're taught that perfection is a straight line. Everybody who's celebrating progress does not talk about the pains, the moments when they had malaria, when they were pursuing that goal, the rejections they had, the heartbreaks. Nobody talks about it. But I want you to understand today that in this whole project, this experience, please do not take perfection to heart. It's important. Excellence is important, but please, it is better to submit a CV you finished working on because you want to want to apply for a job than to wait the following day because you want it to be very perfect. It is better to spend 5 minutes taking a walk than waiting for when you buy shoe. Are you seeing it? The most important thing is progress because nothing was actually beaten it. The room wasn't. Instead of skipping the day, do you want to do maybe push up in the house? My own point is progress makes us know that it is little by little drops that makes a mighty ocean. And to be honest, we need to avoid burnout. Avoiding burnout means that you will teach yourself, train your mind gradually to take goals small, small. Remember, you were really not doing most of these things. You cannot expect the progress in 2 days. Something that took you 1 year to maybe some mistakes, or maybe a shape or a culture that you know a habit you nurtured for about 10 years. You want to end it in 2 days. That's not realistic. Small, small. We'll get there. That's why most of the general resources we'll be learning today, I've actually asked someone to compile resources and everything, audiobooks that we'll be learning weekly. Atomic Habits. Atom, you know what it means, are very tiny. It will show us that indeed, when we take time consistently, put little progress, will make important and little progress every day, tiny, no matter how tiny it is. There was a time I couldn't push up. I remember fitness wise, the 5 minutes rule. Just do push up for 5 minutes. Anything, do it for 5 minutes. If you are new to something, do 5 minutes every day for now. If you are new to something, do 5 minutes, gradually increase it. We'll be taking some of these audiobooks and learning them gradually. All right. Let's now go to career. I don't want us to spend too much time on the presentations. Career success tips based on personal experience and some of the researches I have done. It is important. It is important you master. Okay, I think somebody wanted to basically join. Person disappeared. All right, gotta get back to business. Sorry. Okay, for career success tips, it is important that you master in your field, whatever skill you want to learn, even if you're a business person. There's some success standard, there's something that makes people successful in that field. Please learn it. You will need it to be competitive. I'm a content marketer. In my own content field, content creation skills are very key. WordPress, that is content management systems, digital marketing, content marketing, social media marketing, SEO, search engine optimization. In my field, what are the success standards in your field? What makes somebody a professional in your field? What are the tools they use? You are hearing about AI. It is important that you do not just follow buzzwords in your head. Do you get me, guys? It is important we do not just follow buzzwords. When I mean buzzwords, is what is trending. Ensure there are things that are relevant. Even some traditional things are still important. So if you are valuable, people will always find you. Find the things that are leading in your field and learn them. What makes somebody a star in your field? Please learn them to be, to stay updated. And please do not settle for average. I know most of us are still within Nigeria. It is okay, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with Nigeria. Theoretically, you get my point, or hypothetically. But my point is think international, think global. Ask yourself, if I were to be working for this company, maybe Facebook, will I be hired? If I were to be working for Amazon or Alibaba, will I be hired? So, as much as I'm saying start small, do it small, please, you know what you're capable of. Sit down, you know that person you talk to in the room, in your mirror. You know what you're capable of. So, any challenge, that's why I want us, I told whoever was managing our group now, like, I want us to start to talk and do challenge. Things that you know you really want to do, but you just need a little push. Do not settle for average. In career, your income will be tied to talk and do, meaning, oh, I can do this. Okay, for example, if you're recruiting for content marketers in content field, most of the content writers are given tests during interview. You'll be given tests to probably write something. If it's programming, you'll probably be given a task as well, or they will ask you to show a project. Let us see what you've done. Can we see the link portfolio? So please, whatever you believe will make you successful in that field, you need to show workings. So in your field, whoever you are, maybe a social media marketer, accountant, striving to be a customer service person, you need to have a history of performance that you have gathered. Proof. Gather it and be able to show it in your CV, show it in the portfolio you have, show it during the interview. Very important. And the next one I'll probably want to talk about is adopting excellence. Because, like I said, there are high chances you'll be competing with lots of people. And I don't want to oversell this idea of competition because you're Nigerian, and to be honest, we are very smart. I don't want to sound too niche or too particular because people who are watching this video will be on YouTube very soon, might not be Nigerians. But statistics show that Nigerian immigrants are very smart people. So strive for quality. Do not let environment, do not let anything reduce your professionalism. Make your CV very impeccable. Make sure we're going to be running some interview practices as well. I will ensure that the group, whoever is managing the group, tries to do that for everybody so that it is inclusive. Let us test because most times people are so good and so intelligent and so smart, but they can't sell themselves, meaning they are shy, they're camera shy, they don't know how to articulate their words very well, and they're very intelligent. They are very good actually. So you must learn how to sell yourself. Some of the resources I have to recommend personally because I've read them was Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. And there's this one called So Good They Can't Ignore You and Atomic Habits, of course. Because the most important thing I notice, there's something called the theory, the self concept theory. You can never make more than what you believe you are worth. Brian Tracy said it in that video, in that book, Psychology of Selling. People who are trying to sell themselves, you can never negotiate. If they ask you, okay, how much should we pay you? If it's in USD you're looking for and you have never felt that kind of money before, or maybe you're not confident enough, you might short sell yourself, or you even probably goof in the interview because you will mess up in the interview because you believe you're not worth that amount. So practice working standard, like learning all these tools because you've learned everything, you know nothing can scare you. You'll be able to bid on the international scene. Most Nigerians and even most international recruiters are recruiting from Africa because they're looking for talents that are very, very skilled. This year, it will be happening a whole lot. So please do not short sell yourself. Fitness tips. I'm going to be inviting somebody very soon to talk about fitness because she showed working. She's one of the people that I know that particularly gave me proof that people can actually shed weight online. The only weight basics me I know is work. You have to work it out. Food is very important. I feel like diet is the 80% work. I'm not an expert, but based on what I have learned and practiced, the body is like a machine, basically. What you put into it matters. We are not built to sit down too much. It's because of comfort and modernization. That's why we accrue fats. We are meant to move. We are hunters, we are gatherers, or we were. So we can't stay one place for too long. So if you know you'll be doing that for too long, ensure that your fitness goals are tailored to your lifestyle. I have a friend, for example, who works in Lekki. She sits down for too long. One of the things I told her was, girl, if you're going to be doing this, you stay in traffic for a very long time before you come back home Monday to Friday. It is not realistic to have a goal where you sign up for gym and you get tired. By weekend, she wants to sleep because she can't work out. I told her, you know what? Since you stay Monday to Friday, the most realistic thing for you is diet. One. Number two, every five minutes, take out 5 minutes every 1 hour. Stroll your office environment. Since you're probably customer care, stroll your office environment for 5 minutes every 1 hour. By the end of 5 o'clock or 5 p.m. when people close, you actually have worked for 20 minutes. Little by little, you get this till you can get a stable job. Because to be honest, not everybody work remotely. You get me? To be able to go to the gym every day. So my point is, whatever goals you have set for yourself, always ask yourself the background. If you're going to be using ChatGPT to customize any goal for yourself, any plan, consider your background. I'm going to be inviting Mayowa because she did something last year. She's a friend. She did something last year that really blew my mind. This is not about tea. We don't do about here. I'm very sorry. It's work. And she really showed me that she's the only lady that I know. There are two ladies that I know that really showed public work. Nobody's selling herbal tea or anything. Just went to the gym or they did their thing at home. So I really wanted her to come and talk. She's part of the group anyway. Are you there, Mayora? All right. Do you want to probably just share a few things? Let me about fitness, maybe like in 2 minutes, quickly. What you learned from shed. I don't know. Firstly, tell us your goal, how much you were able to shed, and what you really did, basically. Good evening. Is there something? Is there something interfering with your sound, like maybe earpiece, another phone or something? You're not very clear, though. I hope you guys can hear her. This one is very cute. I need to know how you did it. I wish you could share pictures, but I'm sure you were probably motivate people in the group anyway. But for now, let's just. I want to hear your logic. How much did you shed? How long did it take you? What did you do? Oh wow, it's like a miracle. Yes, I can hear you. Very magical. Yeah, please go ahead. You said how many kg again? Sorry, so I can retrieve for people. Mm-hmm. Okay, you were 149 point something, right? Okay, you're present at 92 kg. Now you're 92 kg. Six. Please walk us through the process. How did you do it, please? In simple English, I used to hear, we're Africans, and I don't know whether we do calorie count. I'm sure we do portion, but what do you mean by calorie deficit? Okay, okay. Say you were eating, let's say for example, before you were eating how many plates of rice or how many portions of rice? What did you reduce? Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to make sure that we follow your logic and that the grammar is very clear. I understand what calorie is, but portion probably might be more clarifying. Okay. Okay. So you basically ate what your body needed. It's not overfeeding, right? Okay. Oh wow. So you're even still going further, right? Now let me quickly ask you a question before we go ahead. Now, let's say you were eating. I want to be very pictorial now, very visual. Let's say you were eating. How many wraps of swallow were you eating first to start with? Were you before? Okay, you were not even a heavy eater. Okay. Okay. How often did you now move? Before you said you moved, stay moving more now, but what do you do different? How many minutes were you moving? Okay. You do 5,000 steps a day. Wow. How many minutes does that take you? How many minutes? Like how many is it an hour plus? Wow. Wow, wow. Beautiful. So now what's eating like for you now? Did you take any herbal tea, any miracle tea or something? Okay. So you basically saying now that all you just did was walk. Did you do any other exercise kind of? Okay. Hope you're very, very generous enough to, just on the group. Maybe you share more of these kind of things for us on the group. When I saw your status, to be honest, I was blown. I already told you that, but moving forward anyway. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you so much. But basically, before you even go, for someone who wants to probably share now, what is your key? What's your most important advice? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Discipline. Discipline and focusing on your health over perfection, yeah? Hmm. Don't do it for anybody, do it for yourself. All right. Hmm. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for actually choosing to do this. Thank you. God bless. Let's move quickly to the next one so that we can round off. All right. For financial intelligence, basically, I'm not a financial expert, but there are basic principles. Don't bite more than you can chew. Africans will say, cut your cloth according to your size or use it according to your cloth. Key money principles means if you have value, money will find you. Davido's dad already started some crazy projects in the past. His son, no matter how rich he is, his son started music, but Davido is doing music in a crazy way. Don't let me start trouble. Whiskey as well is doing valuable things that is bringing money. Burner is doing things valuable, bringing money. Olamide is doing valuable things, bringing money. These guys are not chasing money. They were not chasing money. They were doing things that made us like them. Let's not forget. So ask yourself, what am I doing to bring in money? Am I improving that thing? What is making the money reduce? There are key things. Most of us, the salaries we were earning before, there are high chances that we're now earning better. Probably because we improved something, or maybe basically, labor got more expensive, inflation. You get my point. So salaries are now more expensive. But my point is, stop looking for all these videos about how to make money now, how to make 1 million now. I'm being honest with you. One of the things I said I will never do, I told our content people I will never do with this whole project is share um bank statements. To be honest, we too big to the lie given now, please. Guys, just focus on value. Just be very good. You will get very good money. Believe me. Be good at your field as far as something people really want. Your skill, your career. Is it programming? And don't be too driven by trend. Not everybody will be in tech. Not everybody will be in tech. Agric is there. Food is very expensive in Nigeria. Anybody who has a farm right now and is doing it well is going to keep making money. And remember, every debit is a credit somewhere. So remember that everything that is leaving your account balance, is it really bringing more value to you? One of the things I did earlier while I was still freelancing, the person, let me even give you a quick short story. I don't want to be very boring, I'm sorry. Was that when I started freelancing very young, the guy that was freelancing will collect projects from Fiverr. He will pay me peanuts for 5K. I will write my eyes out for 5K, for 5K, for 5K. One day I asked this guy, where are you getting this project? He just told me randomly, Fiverr. I went to Fiverr, they're paying in dollars. We are paying me for 5,000 naira every time. What is going on? One day I said, you know what? Whenever I bring projects, I said, no, I don't want to collect 5K again. Let me go and learn how this guy is making his own thing. I took a course, spent money on a course, went to Udemy, just, updated myself a bit. I read English in school actually, so that was very helpful. And I got my very first validation. It was a project on LinkedIn that paid me a very good amount. Very good amount, believe me. Not even Nigerian, but I don't like sharing this kind of information, but just, to solidify, it was a validation that I'm doing something right. And it changed my perspective, basically. So, investing in yourself, I believe, and in your mind is the most important asset you will ever have. Forget about how to make money. Forget about how to land this job in 5 months. Think long term. Your mind, let me explain. When you invest in your mind, you will be able to use that mind to get good skills that will bring money. And you will not just end on those skills. You'll be able to use the money you have created with your skill to create a system because remember, time will not always be on your side. Hiring people. You will also understand investment. Many people are online telling you, don't buy a house now, don't buy land now, rent. But let me be honest with you, when you invest your mind, sorry, when you invest in your mind, you'll be able to make proper discerning goals about finance. Nobody will tell you what to do. You will know the right thing to do. Me, for example, I believe anything that is debiting you unnecessarily, and it's not that you're investing in skill or in developing yourself or in growing your portfolio. One of the things I want to learn this year is trading, and not trading, basically investing in stocks and bonds, and so one of the things we'll be reading is Intelligent Investor. One of the things I learned from that book while I was reading last week was most people who fail in investment, they run after trends, they look at numbers. Oh my god, Tesla is selling stocks now, oh my, let's buy it. But the guy said one of the things that makes good investment, understand the business behind the numbers. Why is this stock high? Nvidia has a very high Nvidia, the guys that make AI chips, that chips for gaming and the chips you guys use for your AI and ChatGPT, their stock rose. The more important thing we'll ask ourselves is, why is Nvidia, why are stocks performing better than some? If the business is good, Netflix stock, for example, Netflix stock started rising from COVID. Why? More people were watching movies at home. Less people were going to the cinema. So please, if there is value, if there is value in whatever you are giving, you will always get money. Now, where financial intelligence will always come in is where you are now able to turn the money you have made into proper investments. These billionaires we watch every day, most of them, they don't have cash. What they have are assets, properties, businesses, stock portfolios that they use to collect loan. Most of these guys don't buy things directly. They first collect loan with their properties, with their assets. These are some of the financial intelligence stuff. We are the ones that even pay with cash. Most of these wealthy guys don't pay with cash. They just use one of their assets, use to borrow loan, do their thing. Later, whenever the business makes money, they return it back. Discipline, guys, trust me, one of the most important things you do for yourself in this session is earning your own self-respect. I'm going to go back to the Brian Tracy talk about self-concept. One of the ways to earn your own self-respect is to talk and do. In the Christian Bible, the Christian God is so big on respecting himself that his words are more important than his name. Guys, the Christian God in Christianity, the God honors his word more than his name. So, guys, anything you promise, if you want to earn your self-respect, talk and do. Say something and do it. That is one of the ways you earn your self-respect. When you earn your self-respect, you start loving yourself, and people will not be able to do you anyhow. Very key things. All the savings, all of them, please stick to doing them. But whatever you tell yourself to say you want to do, do it. That's why I told you guys make sure it's practical. No talk with you know if you do. Because for every time you set goals and you do not achieve them, you do something to your self-esteem. So please set realistic goals and push yourself. Behavior change tips quickly. Starting small, like I've said earlier. I had to pick whoever was creating this slide, I had to pick it quickly and use something they call Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese philosophy. It means continuous improvement. Let me explain. Chinese guys have a what's it called? The philosophy where whether they're manufacturing Toyota or whatever, if you see something immediately and you can correct it now, just do that small part and move. Don't try to remove everything and start again. That 5 minute rule I taught you guys is from this same thing. Small, small. If you know that you're trying to lose weight, just maybe instead of taking two eggs, start with just taking only one. Small, small. Don't try to start eating. Some people say they want to take Spanish yogurt. I don't know those weight loss stuff. They want to start eating only fruits, eating only apples. I don't think that's very realistic. How will you not eat things that make you happy? That's going to be so much painful. Also, for guys, removing temptations here and there, anything that will make you spend money anyhow, even ladies, will distract you. Please be have a strong why as well. There are lots of goals that we probably might have that have to do with changing our behavior. Most of all these goals that we have set, they're actually built around behavioral change. If you know you are someone who likes being indoor too much, I have a friend who will tell me, "Oh no, 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 I don't need to go to the gym. I can work out in the house." But he know they always work out in the house. Taking a stroll, just surround yourself with like minds. One of the beautiful things I think we can use to explore our fitness journey on the group is maybe working out together on a WhatsApp call or a Google Meet call together if your schedules collide, or sharing updates. Oh, guys, I took 5 steps today. Take a screenshot, put it on the group. Trust me, it's not that you are doing too much. It's that you are training your mind to be accountable to yourself. Even if there's nobody on the group replying you, train yourself. There's an Igbo proverb that says, "When you want to catch a actual feed your meaning now small small they use take chop food or fruit wey soup wey hot. With the soup that is hot is eaten gradually. So most of our goals and our projects are big changes. Let's take time gradually, please. Small, 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 small. Because you are building a momentum. You're not like it's not a straight line. Most of these things are uphill tasks. We need to do them gradually. So quickly, guys, like I always say, our advice: start the goal just one major goal. Don't try to overwhelm yourself trying to do plenty things. One goal is enough. Just one. Focus on that one goal, consistency. And please, when I mean consistency, it does not mean that you will not fall sick one day or that you always have to keep doing it every day, every day. No. Consistency might mean if I set a goal to walk 5,000 steps every day, the day I don't feel like walking 5,000 steps, maybe I don't feel too well, I might just do push up inside my house. Or to be honest, I might just sleep. I don't try. Be kind to yourself, please. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening. Let me know if you guys have questions before we check the resources and everything. Thank you for listening, guys. That's the end of the presentation, I believe. Yes, question and answers. Yes. Anybody? Yeah, good evening. Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. Let me understand your question. What's your main question? What's your real concern? Do you want to know how to retain clients or get clients? What's the goal? Progress over perfection, yeah? Okay. Do you want me to explain? Is there okay? Go ahead. I'm trying to understand you very well. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, let me just break in terms of marketing. There's a marketing quote that says it is more expensive to get a new client than to keep a client. You get my point? It's cheaper to keep your clients than to start getting new ones. Acquiring clients or customers are very expensive ventures. You get my point? Are you listening? If I were to be in your shoe, one of the goals I will set for myself is to improve my customer retention strategies, meaning retaining my clients. It is more important to retain than to acquire. Do you get my point? Because clients or customers have a ripple effect on your business. They can help you refer. They are walking billboards. Do you get my point? So while you are setting new goals to acquire more customers, ensure you even set stronger goals for keeping them. Let there be a strategy. Else, what will be happening is as they are coming, they are going. And that's going to be more expensive on your marketing. Do you get my point? So if I were to now bring in the progress over perfection, I will now say instead of hitting certain goals to carry more clients, focus on keeping them. Do you get it? So set up new strategies, make sure you're serving them well, take reviews, collect their thing and deliver their stuff on time, establish proper relationships with them. That is how to, those are customer retention things that you can do. Then while you're doing that, let's just do it. Let's say I'm not an expert in whatever business you do, but you have to balance it. While you're reaching out to people, even materials from your customer retention can be good marketing strategies or marketing materials for your new customers. You get me? If you do them well, you share their work. They will even post collect reviews from them. If you're doing them well and post it, people will patronize you more. You get my point, basically. I hope I answered the question. So focus more on doing them well over trying to get 100 clients. Marketing does not just end at bringing them; it continues at keeping them. That's sales and customer success. Okay. Any other question? Anybody? 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 Okay. I believe we have 9 more minutes. Nobody has a question. Okay. Let's quickly review our what's it called? Let me stop sharing.